by the trade deadline in February.
Okay.
That might be it's kidding.
Funny you go that far. Like, how many teams have made a move at the deadline and won? You know what I mean?
Well, Dallas made a move last deadline, and it really helped them.
Well, no, the next following year. But I'm talking about 18-2 when the Warriors started off great, and that ended up with the chip. You kind of want to know who you are, grow, and do that together from Jump Street.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, what I'm saying is I think they're going to, if there's possible, they go into the season with this team, and then you play out your games for 30, 35 games, 40. Everybody else plays 40 games, and then stuff happens.
All right.
Players become available. Players get hurt, and other teams need help. That's when. But I would think they're going to make another. They're going to make another move by the trade deadline. But here's the other thing: they got 3 big moves. Three okay. Coming up.
All right,
3 coming up. And my question to Warrior fans is, I'm going to give you the 3 choices, and then my question is, what do you do? What do you do? All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
And I'm going to go.
I got my catcher's mitt.
I'm going to go in order of. Just go in any order.
All right.
Okay.
Number 1.
I love it.
E-Dog, who was in the house.
Do you or do you not extend Jonathan Kuminga this offseason for, let's just say, 4 years and at least $160 million, something like that?
No. And the reason I say no quickly, Steiny, is I've got burnt the last 2 times I've done that with Andrew Wiggins and Jordan Poole. I can't bet on what I hope he is. If we're going to play hardball, and that's what the Warriors are doing, and that's what they did, if you want to label what they did with Klay Thompson hardball, what's wrong with letting Jonathan Kaminga grow, ball out, and then you pay him? Why would you do something when you don't? Bob Myers, you don't have to make a decision until you have to.
All right. Can I assume because you're not going to extend Kuminga, you also will not, you wouldn't extend Moses Moody, who's in the same position?
No doubt.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
what would you do to that on Moody? Is it because I feel like a no-brainer. The days of handing out cash, that's over.
Well, but if you could get him, if you think he's going to be on the team for the next 3 years, and you can get him for $15 million over 3 years, maybe you do something like that. Right. He's scheduled to make 5.8 this year, so he's going to make that regardless.
Okay.
But if you're going to be consistent, I got you. And number 3 is the big boy.
Here we go. I don't even know what it is.
This is the big boy because I've done a lot of research on this. On August 6th, Steph Curry is eligible for a 1-year extension. He's got 2 more years guaranteed left on his contract. So he's going to be making 55 this year, 59 the following year, and then on August 6th, which is the 3rd anniversary of his signing of the big contract, he's eligible for a 1-year extension starting at $63 million. So what I want to talk about is, what do you do? If you're the Warriors, what do you do? If you're Curry, what do you want to do if you're Curry? What do you want to do if you're the Warriors? Steph Curry can get 1 more year guaranteed on August 6th.
I'm telling you, who do
you want to be, Lacob or
Curry?
Can I be Curry?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll be Lacob.
All right. This might be a 2-second conversation.
People like the role play.
Okay.
All right.
I'll try to mumble like Steph. So
I don't think he mumbles.
Yeah, he mumbles. I'll just be Steinmetz. Hey, obviously, Joe, you guys know I'm eligible for a 1-year extension on August 6th. I have 2 more years, but you could lock me in for a 3rd year in 2026, 27. I'd love that security.
I'll tell you what, Steph, I understand that. Yeah. How's the family doing?
Oh, dynamite.
And you're not hurting for any money?
Well, that's irrelevant, Joe.
But I'm just telling you.
I'm eligible for an 1-year extension for 2026, 2027 on August 6th, and I'd like it.
And we're going to give it to you, Steph.
Okay,
but,
thank you.
I have a favor.
What?
we don't have to do this right away.
No, we don't, but I'm eligible for it now, and I'd like it.
Yeah, you are
and
eligible.
One of the reasons, and Mr. Lacob, one of the reasons that I'm interested in this is because, and it's not about money, but I have 2 years left on my contract right now, and I just would love to lock in one more year. That would be 3, and at that point we are finally talking about me retiring as a Warrior. So maybe I'll play 3 more, and then that'll be it. But it would really mean a lot to lock in that 3rd year.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You got it.
Thank you.
You got it.
All right.
You got it, Steph.
Thank you very much.
Let's go get him.
Appreciate it.
Simple as that, Steiny.
All right.
Because your boy holds all the cards. I'm just thinking Steph is not going to go for that, knowing, know what, Joe, I'm gonna do you a wink solid. Let's see what we got going here, who we can get, what we can get. I'm good money-wise, and I know you're going to take care of me, but if it's in the best interest of the team to not do it right now, to give me that extension, let's wait.
It's not necessarily in the best interest of the team or not in the best interest of the team. Yeah. Here's the other thing. Okay, and here's the other thing, Joe, and let's work together on this. We all know that if things go a little sideways, that you might, you could think about trading me and
oh, you're saying you want out, might possibly.
No.
Well, it sounds like it's Steph.
No, what I'm saying, Joe, is if you were to trade me, let's say at this trading deadline, do you think you would have more value if I only had 1 year and a little left on my contract, or 2 years and a little? Because if a team trades for me, if I have 2 more years left on my deal, you might be able to get more for me because they know I'm locked up for at least 2+ years when I get traded there. That's another reason I was thinking you'd give me the extension now, is because I might have more value if we trade.
No, I appreciate your thoughts and sentiments, but I got to tell you, Steph, I didn't get to be where I'm at by not being proactive. And I get what you're saying, but we're trying to get back into contention. That's not going to come up. We're not headed down that road. So let's just hit pause, and we'll reconvene in a couple months and see where things are. And I'm going to take care of you and Aisha.
Right. On August 6th is when you're going to first do it, regardless. On August 6th is...
Well, Curry, Steph, I just asked, we could kick the can down the road. There's no urgency. You hurting for money?
No, there is urgency for me, Joe. There is urgency because...
Elaborate.
Yeah, what would be just wonderful for me is that when I'm 39 years old, I'm 36 now, Joe. So I would love to lock in the biggest salary I've ever made in my entire NBA career, the year that I'm the oldest I've ever been in my career. Like, that would be a real, boy, would that be unbelievable security for me, knowing that at 39, I'm going to be making $60 million.
Well, I'll tell you what, if it means that much to you, Steph, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, that's all right.
You got it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
all right.
And that's how it's going to go.
All right. I wonder.
Man, Steiny,
I wonder.
And I was thinking about this driving home. What you say and convey to fans, because you're one of a kind. You don't have that dynamic or that trait of a fan, so it's so easy for you to prophesize about, maybe we trade Steph, or maybe he's not a Warrior. And I'm not saying that's wrong, Steiny, but there's no emotion from you. When I hear Steph in another jersey or even think about it, I break out. You know what I'm saying? Because there's that.
Well, then lock me up.
But like you did for Minnesota when you rooted for him and you text like, how the hell can you guys do this? Yeah. But that's why fans are where they're at. And when they hear the possibility of an icon like Steph Curry not finishing his career in a Warrior uniform, is painful. But Joe Lacob, Steiny, okay, so you're going to, what did you say? He's going to make how much million in 3 years? What was it?
63.
Okay, but how much is Lacob and the Warriors making it? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's times 100.
Sure.
And that's what Dibbs and everybody was talking about from the business component of keeping Curry and the gate.
Then let me play devil's advocate.
Al Pacino.
Why don't you be Curry?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hey, Joe, you know what? I've been talking to Aisha.
I know everything.
August 6th is around the corner. I like to get this thing done and out the way. Well, I want to be a Warrior to the end of time.
Oh, we'd love that.
Let's do it.
Obviously. Well, you're eligible for a 1-year extension.
Yes, sir.
So
I'm ready.
Yeah. Well, Steph, I got to tell you, and
tell me what.
You. Well, you see the way things have changed around here.
You guys couldn't pull off the Paul George trade.
Yeah, we're trying to do a lot of different things. One of the reasons we couldn't pull off the Paul George trade was because we were so hamstrung with our salary structure. So we want you here forever, but
okay, great. August 6th, August 7th.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. I'll tell you what. Why don't we give you that last year at, let's say, because you're going to be 38, 39 then. Let's just make that last year like 35.
Oh, Joe, I'll have my people get in contact with you. I'm done here.
Okay.
That's a slap in the face. So
40?
Yeah, nah. I really think he's at this juncture where he'll give the team a hometown discount. I really believe that. So put that in the cap. I think that's what's going to pop off. I'm tired of acting, Steiny.
Okay.
All right, yeah, I'm bad.
Well, I want to ask Warrior fans, like, what do you do? And we could start with a Curry. Again, he's eligible for a 1-year extension on August 6th.
Give it, damn.
First of all, does he want one? Does he want to? He's eligible to sign a 1-year deal in 26, 27 for $63 million.
Real quick, we got Sam Amick coming up at 12 o'clock.
And we will ask him.
Yeah,
Good
he
job,
was just
dude.
in front of him. But why would I'm not saying you're wrong. Why would he not want that?
Exactly.
He's all in right now, Steiny.
I know. I think like
the Warriors have to know they should have that money already waiting. But I think Steph is going to be like, you know what? I've never taken a pay cut. Let's do this and hit the subtract button on the calculator. It's got to happen.
I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to put myself in Steph Curry's position, and I would want, like, if I'm eligible on August 6th to guarantee my contract in 26, 27 at $63 million, when it might be the last year of my deal, I don't know why he wouldn't want that. I'm wondering about that with Warrior fans. And the other thing is like I get, let's say Lacob and Curry kind of want to work together to make it best for the Warriors. I don't know. Is it better for the Warriors to have Curry locked up for 3 years if and when, if ever, they have to think about trading him? Or would it be better if he only has 2 years? Like, would that theoretical team that is trading for him, would they want him locked up for 3 years or 2, or does it matter?
Man, and how uncomfortable with that? If not uncomfortable, but it's real. Do you think those two men get together and actually talk about, because it would be a failure. Nobody's fault, just the team couldn't get back the death of a dynasty to where they actually have a conversation, Steiny, face-to-face about the possibility or the planning of me being somewhere else to where you are right. If you got less years, it's easier to get rid of you. But, man, to think it's come to that, that's just think about it. Think about where we're at if that were to come up in their conversation.
Well, and that's what I'm getting at. If you're Joe Lacob, do you just rip off that check for $63 million in 2026, 27? And I do think the answer is going to be yes. I do. Wow. And I think if I were Joe Lacob, I'd say yes also. But I don't know. Will it make Steph Curry more attractive? Like the other thing is, like, if you're Steph Curry and you just saw Klay Thompson dealing with his basketball mortality.
Right. And I think that's going to help Steph. Not that he needs it.
I mean, just goodness gracious, if somebody right now were to say, I can lock you into a monster number your last year or for one more, it's kind of like what LeBron's doing.
Yeah. But what you don't want to have happen is what Kobe did.
Which is?
When he got that, they were just done. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to the Mamba. But he got that contract, and the team was hamstrung for the foreseeable future.
888-957-9570 is the number. Warriors still have 3 decisions this offseason. What do you do with Kuminga? What do you do with Moody? And what do you do with Steph Curry. Do you think Steph Curry's going to want that 1-year extension in less than a month?
Man.
Like, that's when it's coming down the pike. And what about Kuminga? The other thing we can do is I made a list, Guru, of some wish list people for the Warriors.
Okay.
I think there's some guys on here that are gettable. That are gettable.
Well, it's going to cost us some that are on here now. Because we are small.
Well, you know what?
Size is a problem, and I know we led the league in rebounding, but that's not the only time size comes into play. It's defense, it's everything, and I'm just like, they got a lot of the same thing. Like, I was driving home thinking, I like Melton, and had he not got hurt, he's right, he probably would have got re-up with his current former team. But I'm looking at Moses Moody, Steiny. You could use Melton as a comp. Like, maybe could you become as good as Melton in this league? I don't know, but I think that's fair. But how can Moody reach his full potential with guys like that in his way? Then you got Pods, GP2. It's like the Warriors got a lot of the same thing for right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny you're doing this because I wrote down their roster and, okay, like if you do it this way, who's their point guard? Okay, Steph Curry. How many minutes a game is he going to play? Let's just say 30.
Okay.
Let's
I was going to say 32.
Let's be conservative. Right. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but he's getting up there. So let's go 30.
That's a one.
Who's the backup point guard? The backup point guard. I think
it's Pods.
Okay. So I'll give Pods 18 minutes at the backup point guard. Okay. Shooting guard.
Right now,
who starts?
D'Anthony Melton for me.
And how many minutes does he play?
Let's say
28.
Yeah, 28.
28. Yeah. Well, now you got Buddy Hield and Moody.
The Buddy Hield's coming off the bench.
They got to split 20 minutes so far.
Right. And Moody would get more than Buddy Hield.
Okay, so you've acquired Buddy Hield for $9 million, but he's only
give me about
under this, with no injuries, and I get it. There's always going to be injuries.
But it'd give me about 12 to 14 minutes a game, Steiny.
Buddy Hield.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so he'll do.
And that can fluctuate.
Sure,
that's the beauty of you know what I mean?
These are all averages. Yeah. Now, Gary Payton. We like to use him as
I need 15 to 20 minutes from him.
Okay, but I'm going to assume Wiggins is still our starting small forward.
No doubt.
What can we expect from him?
If you watch the summit at Fremont Bank yesterday on 95.7 the game, we don't know what to expect. But we're hoping for the best.
Let's give him 28, 30 minutes.
Oh, minute-wise. Yeah. Oh, no doubt. 30 minutes for sure.
Okay, 30 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, no, man.
All right, so now we got Payton and Anderson.
Okay.
And then we still got Draymond Green and Kaminga at the 4 spot. Now, Draymond can play some 5. My point is I do think there's a glut here.
Oh, man. Good word.
You know, last year we talked about the Warriors and like they had too many guys that were duplicates, et cetera. I mean, you can't play. I'm just going the point guard, shooting guard, small forward. Curry, Podziemski, Melton, Hield, Moody, Payton II, Wiggins, and I got to put Kyle Anderson in there because he probably plays some 3.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean when you say, Steiny, you think they're done. I don't think they're done. I don't think they're done. I don't know if they're going to be able to make a move in the next week or 2 weeks, but I look at the roster, and if everybody's healthy, and I get it, that's a big if in the NBA, but
can you understand?
You can't play. Somebody's not going to play as much as they think, and it might be 2 guys.
Yeah. Can you understand how I hate when you draw the line in the sand about, hey, we still got the trading deadline after the season starts, just as a coach or as a fan, Steiny, I hate that. Like, I want us to be whole, get training camp, and then you develop that bond. But I get it. It's a reality. But damn, if you need the deadline going into that season, that tells me one thing. It didn't work out with what we had, hoping to not need a move
not necessarily,
at the deadline.
Not necessarily. Why are you not allowing for the fact that they could be 30-20 at the deadline and do like a baseball team and add a big boy?
Right.
Like,
but that's it's going to come at a cost.
If Lauri Markkanen, let's say, signs an extension with the Jazz on August 6th.
Gotcha. I heard you guys yesterday.
He could be traded the day of the trade deadline. So in theory, you could acquire Markkanen and he'd be under contract at the trade deadline. So maybe at that point you're actually 30-20, and you have the opportunity to get Markkanen He's locked up. He's 26. I just think the Warriors, that's what I mean by I don't think they have a deadline right now.
Yeah. We didn't mention Looney.
Well, why?
Because I think he's going to be on the floor.
I mean, he's gonna have trouble getting on the floor if Draymond's